After the death of Queen Elizabeth II, Charles III became the King of England. He was crowned with St. Edward's crown on his head. This crown is usually worn by the British monarch or empress during the coronation. This crown is more commonly known as the Imperial State Crown. Charles wore this crown at the end of his inauguration day. A stone of that crown is cursed. Many people think so. But many claim that this stone has changed the fate of many emperors. This Imperial State Crown is actually a symbol of sovereignty. Queen Elizabeth II wore this crown on her coronation day in 1953. Not only on that day, the Queen wore that crown in many other government programs during her reign. In 2016, the Queen did not wear this crown in a program of the Parliament. On a soft pillow next to it was the jeweled crown. According to official sources, the weight of the crown studded with 2,901 jewels is about 1.5 kg. The Queen no longer wears such a heavy crown. During a documentary interview, Queen Elizabeth II said in the past, "With that crown on your head, you can't read anything with your head down. The weight of it can break the neck. The crown may fall off the head. Therefore, the speech writing paper should be read before the eyes." Rani herself said in that interview that the crown has some disadvantages. However, that crown is no less important. The importance of this imperial crown needs no reiteration. There are about 3,000 gems in it. This crown contains the diamond given to King Edward VIII. The 317.14 carat diamond was gifted to the king in 1909. On the crown is the sapphire of Saint Edward, once placed in front of the crown, but now behind it is the Stuart sapphire. And there is Black Prince ruby, Black Princess ruby. There are many stories about this. Since 1660, the design of this crown has been changed several times. In 1838, the design of this crown was changed again for Queen Victoria. Since then, this Black Princess cunt has been in front of the crown. Although this red stone is called lime, it is actually a 170 carat spinel. Why is this famous stone being known as Chooney, ruby, despite being spinel? Before 1783, people did not know the difference between spinel and quartz. Therefore, this precious stone came to be known as the Black Princess stone. It is believed that around 1300 AD, this limestone was excavated from the Himalayan region of Central Asia. Probably, the limestone was quarried from the Badakhshan region. Many years ago, people used to trade from China to West Asia through the Silk Road. After that, he went from West Asia to Africa and Europe. Those traders used to buy and sell spinel and lime. Italian businessman and traveler Marco Polo also mentioned the Chunni of Badakhshan. By 1360, the first mention of the Black Princess court is found in Granada. Granada was then an independent country. Now that Granada is in Spain. The king of that country, Sultan Muhammad IV, had that Chunni. Sultan Muhammad was dethroned in 1362. He left Granada and fled to Seville. Take with you several precious gems, including that spinel. Although that wealth did not last, he went to Seville and asked the Emperor Pedro for help. In order to regain his empire, the emperor there approached Pedro. The new Sultan of Granada was, however, a friend of Pedro. He killed Muhammad himself in return. He also took away the Black Princess Chooney, which was with Muhammad. A section of historians think that, like Sultan Muhammad, that stone brought misfortune in Pedro's life. Within days of taking over, Pedro's brother Enrique tried to overthrow him. Pedro appealed to King Edward III of England for help. King Edward sent his son Edward of Woodstock to Seville to mediate. This Edward was so brutal on the battlefield that he was called the Black Prince. Edward joined forces with Pedro to suppress Enrique, helped with a lot of troops. Instead, he took that cup from Pedro. Pedro won as then, but 2 years later Enrique deposed him and seized the throne. It was named the Black Princess Chooney after the British Prince Edward received the Chooney. After that, the Chooney went to the hands of the emperors and empresses of England. But this Chooney came into the hands of the kings of England and helped them change their fortunes. Twice saved the lives of 2 emperors. Henry V went to fight at Agincourt. He had that Chooney on his helmet. The enemy hit him on the head. He survived. Even that Chooney was unbreakable. Similarly, King Richard III survived the Battle of Bosworth by the strength of this gun. After that, nothing more is written about this Chooney in the history. Charles II sat on the throne of England in 1660. There is a mention of this Chooney among the articles in his Toshakhana. This Chooney has been gradually changed from generation to generation. Queen Elizabeth II's final journey was accompanied by the famous lime crown. If you like this information, please do like and subscribe this channel. Thank you.